Hello everyone. I always greet my loyal followers and friends and promise them every lesson that will be useful and interesting for them. Okay, now let's go to chapter 13, our new lesson. Chapter 13. Don't forget, from now on, we'll work with longer text. That means you will have more IELTS style questions. This will help you think deeper and analyze better and prepare strongly for IELTS exams. Let's start chapter 13. Course 5, lesson 37. Oliver Twist, chapter 13. A terrible job. I'll read the text once, okay, only once. Then you will read the Arabic translation. Now follow me. Chapter 13, A Terrible Job. It was a chill, damp, windy night when Fagin went out to visit Bill Sykes. He and Sykes were busily planning to rob a house in Chertsey. "Such silver is there, my dear, such silver," said Fagin, rubbing his hands together. Sykes was going to do the job with another robber, Toby Crackit. Toby had been hanging about the fine house for 2 weeks, but he had not been able to get any of the servants to join in their plot. The old lady has employed some of them for 20 years. If you were to give them £500, they wouldn't be in on it, Sykes complained. How could they get in without a servant's help? Someone would have to sneak in the house through a small window. Toby and Sykes had already tested the doors and shutters of the house. There was only one small window. Luckily, it was left open at night, so the dog could get in and out. The robbers would need a small child to go in the window and open the front door for them. "Oliver is the boy for you," said Fagin. "He's been in training these last few weeks. It's time he began to work for his bread. Besides, the other boys are all too big." Sykes frowned. "What makes you take such trouble with that brat?" he grumbled. "There are 50 other boys out in the street. You might pick and choose from any of them." "Because they're of no use to me, my dear," said Fagin. "Their looks convict them when they get into trouble. With this boy I could do what I couldn't with 20 of them. And I'll have more power over him once he's done a robbery. That's all I want. Now, when is the job to be done?" "Night after tomorrow." "Good," said Fagin. "There's no moon." It was decided that Oliver would go with Nancy more willingly than with anyone else. So she was chosen to take Oliver to Sykes. The next night Nancy walked out Fagin's door holding Oliver's hand tightly. Oliver thought about calling for help, for many people were still in the streets. But it was as if Nancy could read his thoughts. "You can't help yourself," she said. "If you are ever to get loose from here, This is not the time. I have promised that you'd be silent. If you are not, you'll be hurt, and so will I. It could even mean my death. See here, this is what I got for sticking up for you. She showed him some reddish bruises on her neck and arms. Remember this, Oliver, and don't let me suffer more for you. If I could help you, I would, but I cannot. Just remember one thing. Whatever they make you do, it's no fault of yours. When they reached Bill Sykes, the man loaded his gun in front of Oliver. Then he touched the cold metal to the boy's head. If you speak a word when we're out there, he threatened, you'd better say your prayers first. It was a cheerless morning when Bill Sykes and Oliver set out. The boy had no idea where they were going or what would happen. He didn't dare to ask. The trip was a long one. Except for a ride in a cart, they walked all the way. It was dark night when they reached the place where Toby Crackit was staying, a ruined, decayed house by the river. After the men had a nap, they set out, taking Oliver with them. By then it was 1:30 in the morning, intensely dark, foggy, and very cold. The church bell struck 2 as they reached Chertsey. They walked to a grand house with a wall around it. It stood a little apart from the rest. Before Oliver had time to look around, Sykes caught him under the arms. 3 or 4 seconds later, Oliver and Toby were lying in the grass on the other side of the wall. Sykes followed directly. Then they crept slowly toward the house. Now for the first time, Oliver could see what the men had on their minds. It was robbery, perhaps even murder. He sank to his knees, full of fear and horror. "Get up," muttered Sykes, taking his gun from his pocket. "Get up, boy, or I'll blow your brains all over the grass." "Let me go," cried Oliver. "Let me run away. I promise I'll never come near London again." Toby grabbed the gun from Bill Sykes, then putting his hand tightly over Oliver's mouth, Toby dragged him to the house. "Cut it out, Bill," cried Toby. "You can't shoot him here. But hear me, boy. Say one more word, and I'll crack you on the head. Bill, get the shutter open. The boy will be all right." In a minute they had the window open. Sykes whispered to Oliver, "Now listen. Take this lantern. When I put you through this window, go up the steps and along the hall to the street door. Then open the door and let us in." Sykes pushed Oliver through the window. The boy looked back and saw the gun pointing at him. "Now," Sykes hissed. Oliver decided he would run up the stairs and warn the family. He started walking slowly. Then Sykes yelled in alarm, "Come back, back, back!" Oliver's lantern fell to the floor. He saw a light and 2 frightened-looking men at the top of the stairs. Then there was a bright flash, followed by a loud noise and smoke. Oliver fell back to the window. Sykes grabbed him by the collar and pulled him out. "They've hit him!" cried Sykes. "Quick, see how the boy bleeds!" A bell rang loudly. Oliver heard men shouting and guns shooting. For a minute he felt himself being carried over uneven ground at a rapid pace. Then a deadly cold feeling gripped the boy's heart, and he saw and heard no more. Now I want you to read the Arabic translation. Let's start. Thanks a lot for today.